Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. It's about that time. Let's go take that walk and see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Today's beer comes from Adroit Brewing. These guys are in Virginia. This is their Conjoined, and it is their Ghost 876. It is an Imperial or a double IPA coming in at 8%. This was dropped off to me by my beer brother Dennis. So Dennis, thanks a bunch. I do appreciate it, sir. Thanks to everybody for stopping by and commenting and doing the things they do and supporting me. Guys, you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and MeWe. And if you want to support me, you can go over to Patreon and you'll see tomorrow's beer review today. Those guys that support me monetarily get to see tomorrow's beer reviews a day early, or today's, a day early. So I always post tomorrow's beer review over there today. So it's up to you, whatever you want to do there. And I appreciate all the support, especially everybody over there on Patreon that's helping me out. So it is very much appreciated. Keeps the ball rolling here. Keeps me going. Keeps me reviewing beers and keeps the camera on. So it's what it is, there, guys. Over to Untapped. No IBUs. Heavy use of flaked oats and the grain bill makes this IPA silky and sweet, with Galaxy, Nelson, and Citra providing huge flavor reminiscent of orange juice. The pictures here, it looks hazy, but it doesn't look like orange juice to me, so we'll see what we get when we pour it into the glass here. So, no IBUs on this, and this was canned on 9/10 of 2020. So, not too old, a month or so. So let's and I'm with the beers that I've received here recently from Hot Butcher and Dennis and Greg and what I picked up. We got quite a few beers that was in the fridge, and y'all have noticed over the last week or so there, the fridge was pretty well stocked, but I don't get a lot of stouts or anything like that. I get a few, but not many. So when I went over in the craft beer store, I tried to pick up some darker, heavier beers to go along with these IPAs and double IPAs I've been getting. So and now it's come down. I've got some 5% stouts in the closet there because I couldn't find anything any bigger. So. And I've reviewed most of those. I did pick up some more Dragon's Milk, but I have to get the old bourbon bottle out and kick those up a notch, especially those 5%ers. Give me some barrel aged or bourbon barrel tasting beers and those little low ABV beers. So anyway, let's get on with this one, guys. We got the ABV, we got the canned on date. We don't have the IBUs, and it's a big 16 ounce plain Jane silver can with a stick-on wraparound label. Into the glass we go here, guys. Doesn't seem to be too cloudy or too hazy coming out, so this is not a New England style beer by any means. It may have a slight haze to it, but it's definitely not into the New England style as far as I can tell so far. Little swirly swirl in there. I do like the graphics, the skulls that they've got on it. I'm a big skull fan. Just the picture on this would make me want to pick this up, and especially being an 8%er. About a finger and a half ahead on there. Slightly hazy. I mean, definitely not a New England style beer, but it does look slightly hazy. I'm not sure if it's an unfiltered beer or not. It looks like it to me, but that may not be the case. Over to the light, I can see light through the thin part of the glass here. Slight haze on the big bulb part up there. So, good looking beer. To the nose we go. Hop presence is not off the chain, but it's there. I am getting some citrusy notes. And using the Nelson hops, the Nelson Sauvignon hops, maybe a little white grapes. And Galaxy hops or Southern Hemisphere hops, but maybe a little spicy notes there. Nice and citrusy from the citra hops. A good combination there. Smells pretty good, but like I said, the hop aroma is not off the chain. But it is very pleasant smelling. I am getting the white grapes. I'm getting some citrusy notes. Not so much spicy on the nose, but that may be in the taste. Smells good. Let's tap in. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Denny. Thank you, brother. And almost out of the can, this is called Conjoined Ghost 876. And they say on the side underneath the label here, Triple Oat Cream IPA. It does have a very pleasant mouthfeel, I will say that. So they've used oats in the brewing evidently. Very smooth. That's a tasty beer. That is a very pleasant beer. I could see me buying this. Since it's a Virginia beer, I think he probably bought it locally before he brought it up to me. He probably bought it at the same beer store that I go across town to occasionally and buy beers. So, with the graphics, the skull graphics on the front, and then top of that being a 8%er, I can see this in my fridge again. So, let's do the back end pour. Get it all into the glass. Make sure it doesn't change any appearance, or we get any cloudier, and it didn't change anything. So tasty beer. It is a tasty beer. So, nice well made beer. Alcohol is well hidden. So it's right out of the fridge. Let's go sip on it, and we'll come back and do that final chug and grade. Alright guys, I'm back. Been sitting on it about an hour now. Tasty beer. It is tasty beer. You may see this one back in my fridge again. Thanks to Dennis. Thank you, Denny. I do appreciate it, sir. Your selection of beers is getting better and better all the time. Your palate is coming around, and you know what to buy. I hope I've had a little influence on that. So, maybe getting a little papaya, a little bit more tropical fruit notes now that it's warmed up. Maybe a little guava. Very tasty. Not so much of the spicy notes from the Galaxy hops. A little bit, but not much. They're very subliminal there. You have to look for them. Tasty beer though. Final chug. Alcohol is really hidden to me for an 8%er. It's a tasty beer. It's a well done beer, no doubt about it. And I'm glad they're available here. I've done several of their beers here recently, and make some tasty stuff. They do. So this is their Conjoined Ghost 876 in parentheses. With this, they have ghost numbers on all the beers for some reason, and this one actually says it is can number 0195 out of 1850. So only 1,850 cans were done from that batch, and this is 195 out of that batch. So very nice, very tasty, very enjoyable beer. And I'll spin that around so y'all can see the skull artwork on there. Very, very nice. Very, very nice artwork. That would catch my eye looking at the shelf and seeing the skulls on it. I would pick that up. And being 8% and a very tasty beer on top of it, now that I've had it, you may see it again. I may pick some more of this up if it's available next time I go over there. So very tasty. To me, guys, it's an A beer. I'm gonna give it a 90, A minus. Over the Beer Advocate. Only one person, they have no score. Only one person has commented on it, and they commented today. So must be a new release. Over to Untapped, 415 people as opposed to one has commented on this beer. So, what can you say? What can you say? More people are going to Untapped and posting comments than they are on Beer Advocate anymore. So, I don't know how long they're going to be around. And they're actually owned, I guess, from what I'm hearing. Beer Advocate is owned by Untapped, or they're together, or somehow they're together somehow. So, and they have it at 4.11, and I agree with that. That's their A- scale, and I agree it's an A-. It is definitely, it's still in the A category though. It's very tasty, very well made, a very enjoyable beer. So if you've had the Conjoined Ghost 876 from Android 3, let me know what you think. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.